राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यमुना तीर वनचारी यमुना तीर वनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय श्री श्री राधा माधव की श्रील प्रभुपाद की ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय
भगवते वासुदेवाय
Little up. Okay. So today we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, The Creation of the Fourth Order, Chapter 26, King Puranjan goes to the forest to hunt, verse number 12. Atmanam arhayam chakre धूपालेपस्रगादिभिः आदौ अलङ्कृत सर्वाङ्गो महिष्याम् आददे मनः आत्मानाम् अर्हयां चक्रे धूपालेपस्रगादिभिः साधवलङ्कृत सर्वाङ्गो महिष्यामाददे मनः आत्मानामार्हयां चक्रे धूपालेपस्रगादिभिः साधवालङ्कृत सर्वाङ्गो महिषामाददे मन आत्मनाम् अर्हयां चक्रे धूपालेपसृगादिभिः साधवलङ्कृत सर्वाङ्गो महिषामाददे मनः आत्मानाम् अर्हयां चक्रे धूपालेपसृगादिभिः साधवलङ्कृत सर्वाङ्गो महिषामाददे मनः आत्मानं himself arhyam as it ought to be done chakre did dhupa incense alepa smearing the body with sandalwood bulb srak garlands adibi beginning with sadhu saintly beautifully alankrita being decorated sarva anga all over the body Mahishyam unto the queen Adade he gave mana mind. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Translation. After this, King Puranjan decorated his body with suitable ornaments. He also smeared scented sandalwood pulp over his body and put on flower garlands. In this way, he became completely refreshed. After this, he began to search out his queen. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. When a man comes into good consciousness and accepts a saintly person as a spiritual master, he hears many Vedic instructions in the form of philosophy, stories, narrations about great devotees, and transactions between God and his devotees. In this way, a man becomes refreshed in mind, exactly like a person who smears scented sandalwood pulp all over his body and decorates himself with ornaments. These decorations may be compared to knowledge of religion and the self. Through such knowledge, one becomes detached from a materialistic way of life and engages himself in always hearing Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, and other Vedic literatures. The word sadhav alankrita used in this verse indicates that one must be absorbed in knowledge gathered from the instructions of saintly persons. Just as King Puranjan began to search out his better half, the queen, one who is decorated with knowledge and instructions from saintly persons, should try to search out his original consciousness, Krishna consciousness. One cannot return to Krishna consciousness unless he is favored by the instructions of a saintly person. Therefore, Sri Narottam Das Thakur sings Sadhu Shastra Guru Vakya Chitte Kariya Aikya. If we want to become saintly persons, or if we want to return to our original Krishna consciousness, we must associate with Sadhu, a saintly person, Shastra, authoritative Vedic literature, and Guru, a bona fide spiritual master. This is the process. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षु उन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमः ॐ विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामी इति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा। So we discussed last few days that Puranjan, he went to the forest, he hunted so many animals, he was tired, fatigued, hungry, thirsty, so he came back to his royal palace. He took bath, he ate food, and he took rest, and he got pacified and refreshed. Then he decorated his body with nice ornaments and flower garlands and sandalwood bulb and got ready. And then he was searching for his queen. And figuratively, this means that a man, a materialistic man who is day in, day out having fruitive activities and sinful activities, finally comes to his senses. His conscience inside pinches him that you are a bad boy. Stop these sinful activities. So he comes back to take rest, which means he comes to the spiritual master. He hears from the sadhus and he reads the shastras and he understands the knowledge that the goal of life is to not do the sinful activities, not do the sense gratification, and not do this fruity mentality, but actually to serve Krishna. I am servant of Krishna. So when a person comes in contact with Krishna consciousness, then he gets decorated, he becomes beautiful, he becomes handsome, he has uh, ornaments on his body, and figuratively this ornament means the qualities. Just by coming to Krishna consciousness, a person develops all good qualities. That is in fact characterization of a sadhu, that he has all the good qualities. A sadhu is not identified by dress and by address. Somebody's dress might be saffron cloth, somebody's address might be some religious institution or matha or Vrindavan or ISKCON. That's there. But a sadhu is characterized by quality. So in third canto, uh, Mother Devahuti, when she is hearing from her son Lord Kapila about liberation, she has a question. She says, my dear Lord, the soul and the body, the soul and the possessions, the soul and the relations and this world, they are so much attached to each other as if they are equal. I am this body, I am boy. They are so much attached to each other. How can liberation be at all possible? This is her question. So Lord Kapila said, yes, they are attached since time immemorial, but it is possible by prolonged hearing by me and about me, by prolonged hearing from me and about. The soul and matter is attached like a glue. in between, heavy glue which cannot take it away. But the solution Lord Kapila gives to reduce this attachment is to hear. What to hear? From me. From me means Bhagavad Gita, from Krishna. And about me is Srimad Bhagavatam. But who should speak Srimad Bhagavatam? Ramuni says, only my devotees, from pure devotees one should hear. Attachment to a pure devotee can open the doors of liberation. Material attachment is bondage. But the same attachment transferred to a sadhu can open the doors of liberation. The conditioned soul has five attachments. First, attachment to body. There is so deep attachment to body that he thinks, I am boy, I am girl, I am this body, I am Indian, I am American, I am father, I am mother. Second, attachment to objects related to the body and people related to the body, possessions and relations. That is second attachment. My house, my car, my husband, my wife, my son, my daughter, all my business. Third, attachment to land of birth, my country, patriotism, nationalism, my village, my city, my gaon, my village men, attachment to land of birth. Fourth, attachment to science, because modern science gives technology which is very successful in performing various activities and fulfilling our desires. So one is attached to modern science. When the scientists say something, there is no doubt, we immediately agree. And Bhagavad Gita says something, we have 10 questions. Attachment to science. And fifth, attachment to religion. I am Hindu, I am Christian, I am Muslim, I am this, I am that. This is my duty, this is I have to do. And we cannot do Krishna consciousness because we are attached to so many responsibilities and duties. Of course, in Varnashram we have to have responsibilities, but we have to go towards retirement as we discussed yesterday. Not till the end of life we have to perform these material duties. Eventually we have to retire from active social responsibilities, active grasta responsibilities, active social life and earning life. So these are five attachments, and unless these are cut, we cannot get liberated. So Bhakti Siddhanta Swami Thakur gives a story of a bridegroom party who want to go for marriage to the next village. In the early morning, they have to reach, and there is a very big river. So they take a boat at the night in dark, and they tell the boatman, early morning is the auspicious Murta to marry, to make sure overnight we reach. Don't sleep. And all passengers sit in the boat. The passengers, of course, sleep. Morning, when they wake up, sun is rising, they see they are at the same place where they started. So they get very upset and they tell the boatman, why did you sleep? We are at the same place. The boatman says, sir, I did not sleep. Whole night I was rowing the boat. He said, then how come we are at the same place? And they finally figured out there was a rope which ties the boat to the bank, and he forgot to untie the rope. So when you don't remove the rope, the boat is tied to the bank and you row, where will you go? Nowhere. So we have five ropes, five attachments. First, attachment to body. Second, attachment to people and possessions related to the body. Third, attachment to land of birth. Fourth, attachment to modern science. Fifth, attachment to religion. And we have to cut these five ropes, then only we can go back to Godhead. Otherwise, we keep rowing we will be in Auckland. We will not go forward. So how to cut these five ropes? By sword, by knife, we cut it. So after the class, we all go in the market and purchase one sword. No, sword of knowledge. We need a sword of knowledge. We need knowledge, and knowledge comes by Bhagavatam class, and we need it every day. So every day we hear Bhagavatam class. Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. Every day. Nityam means every day. It doesn't say Saturday Bhagavata Sevaya or Sunday Bhagavata Sevaya. It says every day, regular, Nityam. So every day we hear Bhagavat and we get the sword of knowledge. But just the sword is not sufficient. Make sure the sword is sharp. If you have a nice sword which is not sharp, blunt, cannot. The sharpness comes by service. Not only I should hear, but I should serve. It is not theoretical knowledge, armchair philosophy. I just hear and do intellectual sense gratification. Nice class, nice joke he told, nice stories Prabhuji told. Very nice. But let us do some service. So then the sword is sharp. If the sword is not sharp, it will not cut. So with knowledge, we require peace, attitude. So we do service, we clean the temple, we lead kirtan, we sing, we dance, we do arti, we pay obeisances, and we do book distribution, we clean. So many services are there. We distribute prasad, we serve devotees. Sword of knowledge and sharpness of service. But then one more item is required, the strength in the hand to lift the sword and cut the rope. If I do not have muscular strength, I can't lift the rope sword and I can't uh, strongly cut. And that strength comes of association of devotee. So sitting idle in a room with knowledge and service is not sufficient. We should have association of devotees. Then we will have strong uh, muscles, strength to fight with Maya, to cut with attachments. So therefore there is a temple. We should not think alone I will sit at home and practice bhakti. Regularly we should come to temple and render service and associate with devotees. Alone we will become weak. We should have relationship with devotees. We should have three relationships. We should have seniors, we should have juniors, and we should have equals. Seniors whom we serve, we ask questions, we seek guidance, we pay respects, we are accountable. Juniors whom we share the wisdom and our experience and compassionately help them, and equals whom we can share our heart, joke around little bit, and discuss some lighter moments. So seniors, juniors, equals, all three are required, especially who are leaders and preachers. They should be aware that we spend most of the time with juniors when we are preaching, and we spend less time with seniors. So we give, but we don't take. Then we get discharged. We become weak without the association of devotees, and then we fall down. So we should have knowledge, we should have service, and we should have association of devotees. And that all three is obtained just by making a visit to the temple, just by coming for Mangal Aarti, Guru Puja, class. Just one visit to temple and attend a class, you get knowledge, you get service, you get association. It is so easy to receive all this. So one should be careful that when we cut this attachment, the mind still wants some attachment. So we should transfer our attachment to a sadhu. Kapila Muni says, my dear mother, it is well known that when is materially attached, one opens the door of hell, one gets entangled. But the same attachment is transferred to a sadhu, one who opens the door of liberation, a pure devotee of Krishna. But then the question comes, who is a sadhu? Not by dress and by address. The next verse, Kapila Muni says, Titikshava Karunika. A sadhu is one who has qualities of a sadhu, which is tolerance, honesty, humility, compassion, forgiveness, friendliness, non enviousness, truthful, peaceful, self control, austere, clean, wise. He is a sadhu. Puranjan is decorating his body, which means after hearing from Guru Sadhu Shastra, the devotee gets decorated with bhushana, with good quality. The real ornament of a sadhu is good quality. So we should develop these good qualities, then only we can go back home, back to Godhead. Yesterday we discussed somebody who is going to the airport. First he has to sit in a car, then he has to go to airport, then he has to take a flight to another country. In the same way, when we want to go back home, back to Godhead, first we have to go to airport of mode of goodness, then we can fly to transcendence. So the journey from home to airport in a car is also journey of Krishna consciousness, but it is not a pakka, it is not a mature journey. It is chanting, reading, hearing, but not yet come to the airport, not yet come to mode of goodness. Mode of goodness means life is based on knowledge, and all good qualities of demigods come in the body of a sadhu. There are devotees who are good at prachar, preaching, but not good at achar, behavior. There are devotees who are good at achar, behavior, but not good at prachar, preaching. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted his devotees to be good at both achar and prachar. What you speak, you follow, walk your talk. Not only I should give a good class, not only I should lead a nice kirtan, but I should be very good with devotees. I should be sensitive. I should be humble. I should be tolerant. I should behave nicely. I should respect devotees. I should not want any respect. I should be truthful and I should not hurt anybody. If there's a queue for Charnamrit, I should be happy to be at the back. There's a queue for prasad. I should be happy to the at the back, not fight for pranamrit or prasad or facility, but very very peaceful. Conduct myself. Srila Prabhupada was asked, "How can one recognize your devotee?" Prabhupada said, "All ISKCON devotees will have eye cards." No, or tilak, or kantimala, or uniform. No, he said, "My devotees are perfect gentlemen." That is how you recognize my devotee who have all the good quality. So Kapila Muni explains that one should be attached to a sadhu. And who is a sadhu? One who has all good quality. And the qualities start with humility. The first quality is humility, to be servant of Krishna. To go in the flight of transcendence, there is a staircase, and the first step is humility. And humility itself is a staircase, and the first step is honesty. Unless one is honest, one cannot come to humility. And unless one is humble, one cannot go to Krishna. So we have to be very honest with ourselves and everybody around us. We have to practice truthfulness and we have to be humble servant of Krishna. Then we can go back to. So when such a sadhu is there in the assembly of such a sadhu, the only topic of discussion is Krishna and Krishna's devotees and Krishna's interaction with devotees and Srimad Bhagavatam. That is the only topic discussed among the association of such sadhu. There is no discussion of the cricket score or the weather or the political party or what is the neighbor doing and criticizing other fellow beings or gossip or prajalpa or unwanted gramya katha, village talk. No. That is how you identify a devotee in assembly who talks only about Krishna and subject matter related to his service. So, in such assembly, when somebody goes and hears, he gets connected to Paramatma, he gets connected to Krishna. That is perfection of life. So, one should be attached to such a devotee. One should dedicate one's energy, skill, talent, resources in serving such sadhus, and that will open the door of King Rahugan. He met Jad Bharat, and eventually he realized by Jad Bharat's behavior that he is not an ordinary person or he is not a dumb, mad person. He is a very great self realized soul because Jad Bharat was carrying the palanquin of King Rahugun, and when he was carrying, he was not walking straight, he was jumping. And if you jump with a palanquin on your shoulder, the passenger is going to be agitated and affected. So King Raugan got upset and he chastised him. But he still continued doing that. Why? Because when he was carrying the palanquin, he was very careful not to step on ants. And ants are everywhere. So he was jumping. So King Raugun chastised him that you are fat, you are thin, you are lazy. And Gadbara smiled and he said, yes, whatever you are saying is true, but actually not true because the soul is not fat, the soul is not lazy. And whatever you are saying is for the body, but I am not this body, I am the soul. And you are not the king, you are the soul. And King Rahul realized, he came to his senses as we discussed yesterday. He was a materialist, sense gratifier, opulent life, luxurious life, sense enjoyment as a king sitting on a palanquin and making others serve him. But one verse from Jad Bharat, he opened his eyes, he jumped from the palanquin, he paid full Dandvat Pranam to Jad Bharat and asked several questions. And at the end, he asked one very important question: how can I be Krishna conscious? And Jadbara said, my dear King Rahugun, you cannot be Krishna conscious by knowledge. You cannot be Krishna conscious by vairagya, renunciation. You cannot be Krishna conscious by celibacy. You cannot be Krishna conscious by being a good grahastha. You cannot be Krishna conscious by being honest. You cannot be Krishna conscious by charity. You cannot be Krishna conscious by being kind to other living entities. You cannot be Krishna conscious by meditation or worship. No, you can be Krishna conscious only by one way, Mad Pad Raj Abhishekam, when you surrender at the lotus feet of a pure devotee. When the lotus dust of pure devotee's feet comes on your head and you smear your body, you can be Krishna conscious. Which means, yes, we take dust of lotus feet of devotee, also means we obey the pure devotee. We follow his directions, we follow his Vani, and we can become pure devotee. Only devotees can give us bhakti. Only one who has bhakti can give us bhakti. One who doesn't has bhakti, he cannot give us bhakti. And bhakti we receive from devotees of Krishna, not even Krishna. Because let me tell you one secret, Krishna is not Krishna conscious. Devotees are Krishna conscious, and we want Krishna consciousness, so we can receive it from a devotee. There is one devotee mentioned in Chaitanya Chaitamrita, Kalidas. He's such a great soul, he's a Brahmana. For 24 hours he would chant Hare Krishna. When he's walking, he would chant Hare Krishna. When he's bathing, he would chant Hare Krishna. When he's working, he would chant Hare Krishna. 24 hours, only holy name will come out of his mouth. Sometimes he will play sports like dice. And whenever he throw dice, he will chant Hare Krishna. That was his nature. And he had so much faith on devotee service that he would go to various devotees and eat their remnants. And when the devotees walk, he would go and take the dust from the ground on which the devotees have touched their feet. And he would go, and if the devotee is not ready to give reverence, he would wait for their eating lunch, and then he will hide outside the house. And after eating lunch, when they come and throw the pattal, the leaf plates, and the refuse in the dustbin and go back inside, he would go to the dustbin, pick up the leaf plates, and start licking all the remaining food particles, and he will be in ecstasy. One day he went to Jadu Thakur. Jadu Thakur was a very pure Vaishnava, but on those days he was from a low caste family. And Kalidas went and paid him obeisances, and Jadu Thakur paid him obeisances, and Kalidas offered him some mangoes, and they discussed about Krishna. Then Jadu Thakur said, I am from a low class family. I know you are a Brahmana. You will not in my house. But can I send some grains and foodstuff to another Brahmana's house where you can cook and honor prasadam? So then I'll be very happy. Kalida said, no, no, don't take inconvenience. I don't want prasad. I just came to take one thing from you. He said, what do you want? He said, I want dust from your lotus. Jadu Thakur got very embarrassed. He said, no, no, you are such a high class devotee and you are a Brahmana. I am a Shudra. How can you ask this? Immediately, Kalidas gave some verses from Bhagavatam telling that a devotee is not judged by dress and address or caste. Even if you are animal species or low caste, but if you are Krishna conscious, you are a high class person. And if you have all the good qualities, but you are not surrendered to Krishna, then you are a low class person. So Dhadu Thakur was very happy to hear these verses, and he smiled and said, these verses are very nice, but they are not applicable because I have no devotion for Krishna. This is humility. And he told Kalidas, you are a great devotee, you give your dust to me. And like this, finally gave him the mangoes and left. Jadu Thakur came outside the house to drop him till the street. When Jadu Thakur went back, Kalidas came back, and on outside the house there was mud, and Jadu Thakur's footprints were there. He took the dust from the footprints and smeared his body. That was his faith. And then he hid outside the house. And Jadu Thakur offered the mangoes to Krishna, and he sucked the mangoes and left the skins and the seeds. And some more mangoes his wife sucked, ate, left the skin and the seeds, and they put it in a leaf plate and came outside. There was a dustbin. They put the leaf plate with seeds and skin in the dustbin and they went inside. Kalidas came from the hiding place. He picked up those seeds and skins and started licking, and he was in ecstasy. That was his faith in Mahaprasad. So this Kalidas, he was famous for this. He would take dust of the feet of Vaishnavas. He would take their remnants in hiding. So he went to Jagannath Puri to meet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's everyday routine was to early morning take darshan of Lord Jagannath. And there are various gates. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would go from the northern gate. And there are 22 steps to climb to the temple of Lord Jagannath. At the 22nd step below that, there was a ditch. And every day, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's servant Govind will carry a water pot, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will wash his feet on that ditch and then go inside the temple. This is very nice etiquette that one washes his feet before going to the temple. Especially earlier, people would be barefoot, so the feet will become dirty. So they would wash and go. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had warned Govind, nobody drinks the water which has washed my feet from this ditch. And out of fear of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, nobody will take, not even bacteria would be there to take that water. So one day, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was washing his feet, and the water which was falling from his feet into the ditch, Kalidas put his two palms and took the Charnamrit and drank. And then again and again, three times he did. Nobody was allowed, but Kalidas did three times, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did not stop him. And after three times, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu felt very shy. फिर बस हो गया. It's enough now. And Kalidas stopped. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went for darshan. During the lunchtime, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was having lunch. Kalidas was sitting outside his room. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu understood his mind. First time in life, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told Govinda, give my prasad, give my remnants to him. Otherwise, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would not allow. But he gave so much mercy to Kalidas. Why? Because he knew the heart of Kalidas, very simple, and he has great faith on the Mahaprasad of devotees and the dust of lotus. The bhoga which is offered to Krishna is called Mahaprasad, and the Mahaprasad offered to devotees is called Mahaprasad. So that is very powerful, just like a contagious disease. If a person has contagious disease like leprosy, and his food we eat from his plate, then we will get leprosy. So Krishna consciousness is contagious. If we take a devotee's remnants, we will become Krishna conscious. So there are three items which are most powerful in the world: the dust of the lotus feet of devotees, the water which has washed the lotus feet of devotees, and the remnants of Mahaprasad, remnants of devotees' plate. These three are most important and powerful items and shortcuts to our spiritual advancement. But we should understand not just these items. Uh, there is a deep meaning to this, that we are servant of devotees. We are ready to obey them, and we are ready to do menial service to them. We are ready to assist them in all the possible ways, and that way the sadhu will bless us. So Krishna consciousness is obtained from a devotee of Krishna. Following the instructions of devotee of Krishna is more valuable than following the direct instructions of Krishna, because devotees' instructions are simplified for our spiritual advancement. So by such sadhu and hearing from scriptures and guru, a devotee gets ornaments, all the good qualities. And just like the king who received the knowledge, who got ready and he was searching for his queen. So a devotee who hears from the sadhu, he should start searching for his original consciousness, Krishna consciousness, which means he should develop eagerness to continue to practice bhajan, chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, and attending Mangalarti and Guru Puja and paying obeisances and hearing Bhagavatam class and seeking association of like-minded devotees so that he continues to grow in Krishna consciousness. And in this life, we should become perfect Krishna conscious devotees, perfect servant of Krishna, and go back to Krishna, not become attached to any part of this world and take birth again. Puranjan means one who takes Jannam again and again, one who takes birth again and again. We don't want next we don't want next birth. We want to go back to Krishna. So Prabhupada has created such a wonderful ISKCON with association of devotees and deities and books and prasadam and Mangalarti and Guru Puja and class and festivals. Everything is there, nothing is missing. The only thing missing is our participation. So we should not be lazy. We should be enthusiastic and eager and excited that yes, I want to serve Krishna. Yes, I want to become servant of Krishna. Yes, I want to chant my 16 rounds. Yes, I want to attend Mangala Aarti and pay obeisance to Krishna and hear Bhagavatam, attend Guru Puja, Tulsi Aarti. We should become enthusiastic, and that will help us, that eagerness will help us to attract the mercy of Krishna and his devotees. Okay, we end here. Thank you very much. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. Any comments or questions? You may please ask. Soul. Well, the question is, what does the soul look like? And in the spiritual world, what does the soul look like? So basically, the soul is like Krishna, two-handed human form, originally. At the same time, in the spiritual world, as per the relationship, service, and rasa, the form of the soul, spiritual form, is transformed to a particular form which is suitable for that service. So, one who is gopi would have a female human form, as we know. One who is a monkey would have a monkey form, or a peacock form, or a flower form, or a cow form, or a tree form, or a samosa form, or a gulab jamun, or a cake. They are all souls, and that's the spiritual form they have uh, transformed so that they can serve Krishna. Okay. The question is, why does the soul identify with the body? The reason is false ego. When the soul comes to the material world, it makes friendship with false ego. Ego means identity. I. Real ego means I am servant of Krishna. And coming to the material under Maya, the identity becomes false. I am this body. And that is how one can start enjoying the body. I am boy. I am girl. So as soon as I think I am a boy, there is a different desires. I want football. I want jeans. I want shoes. I want bike. I want girlfriend. As soon as I think I am a girl, the list of desires change. I want jewelry. I want sari. I want lipstick, bangle, or some boyfriend. And I think I am a manager. The list changes. I want secretary. I want laptop. I want cabin. I want AC car. And I think I am a doctor. Then the list changes. I want stethoscope. I want BP instrument. I want patients. People should get disease. Otherwise, how will I earn? And whatever I think I am, accordingly, mind has desires. If I think I am a uh, preacher, then I want house program. I want followers. I want disciples. I want big programs. I want Bhagavatam classes. I think I am a Kirtaniya. Then I want singing opportunity, especially when there is crowded temple room during events. And people should appreciate my singing. I am a good Mridanga player, good. Everything is based on I. And that is given by Paul Ego. Okay? Yeah, what we should purely identify with, I am servant of. That's all. Everything else is false. Upadhi. Eventually, by everyday hearing, we have to come out of this upadhi. Well, I am father, I am husband, I am wife. The duties continue, but the I stops. So I am servant of Krishna. My family is also servant of Krishna, and I am their servant. So I perform my duty in the role of husband, father, mother. The duty continues, the responsibility continues, but in a change platform that I am servant of Krishna. So taking care of children is service to Krishna. So I am doing it not because I am the controller or father or mother, but I am doing it because Krishna has given me this service. Right? So we are servants of Krishna and accordingly we perform. So I'm giving class. The attitude should not be I am a scholar, I am senior, I have so many memory in shlokas, and I can speak, and people will get mesmerized and attract. No, the attitude should be I am servant of Krishna, and I am servant of devotees, and I am doing this service to devotees for my purification, that I'll get purified by speaking Bhagavad. It's not because I am superior, they are inferior, they don't know, I am going to tell them. Not with that attitude. Okay. No, the soul is same because the soul is in the material existence, so it has become compact. The soul uncovers its own original spiritual form. For example, do you have a note? Dollar, not the coin. So I have. For example, this is $5, right? So suppose the soul is of this shape. So when it comes to the material world, it becomes like this. Everything goes away, but the value is same. It is still $5. If it is in this form on the road, we will still pick it up. So as we chant and progress in bhakti, gradually it uncovers, and final success means the soul comes back to its original form and serves Krishna. But all the time it is $5. It doesn't change it. The value is same. Krishna still loves us. Okay. So what develops is the consciousness of the soul. Now the consciousness is that of enjoying propensity. Gradually the consciousness develops to Krishna consciousness. That I am servant of Krishna, he is the enjoyer. Okay. Yes. The trees, can you repeat the question? Louder? Okay, the question is, do trees, rivers, and mountains have soul? So yes, trees have soul. Rivers have predominating deities behind them, like sun god behind the sun planet. And some mountains have souls, not all. Like Himalayas, there is a person behind. Some mountains are living, not all mountains are living. Okay, but their covering is very, very harmsick. So they don't realize any pain and pleasure they don't have. Yes. To serve Krishna in sadhana level, to chant more, to read more, to hear more. And when he gets his spiritual form or spiritual relationship, like somebody is mother of Krishna or gopi or servant of Krishna or friend of Krishna, then they have their routine. Like Yashoda Maya has a routine of taking care of Krishna. So that will be the only desire to just continue my routine in service of Krishna. Okay. So there is wait. So there is a rasa, primary relationship with Krishna, Shanta, Dasya, Sakya, Vatsalya, Madhu, and they all have their routine. So desire devotee just want to fulfill that routine. And before that, he just wants to serve Krishna, whatever service is available, or just sit and chant and read and hear. No material desire. Anya Bilashita Shunya. Yeah. No. Well, there is no childhood pastimes in Go. Okay, the question is, in the spiritual world, is Krishna having multiple forms and devotees are interacting with him in different dimensions like baby form, Bal Gopal or youth form. So well, there are no childhood pastimes in Golok Vrindavan. He is a grown-up boy and all the pastimes are with that grown-up personality. That is his eternal form. 16-year-old boy, Shyam Sundar. So everybody is having a fixed age there, though it is not a parameter of measurement, and they relate with Krishna in that. Only when he comes down. Okay, the question is, where does the Bal Gopal pastime come? So only when he comes down to Gokul Vrindavan, he comes as a baby and gradually grows. So this all childhood pastimes happen only in the Vrindavan in material world. There are no childhood pastimes. There are no asuras in the spiritual world. Okay. So there is no childhood pastimes. There is no asuras, and there is no husbands of the gopis in the spiritual world. These three are in the material world. In material world, the gopis have husbands just to make the leela, uh, swakiya and parakya, and there are childhood pastime, makhan chori, and there are killing of demons. All that doesn't happen. Okay. Okay. Yeah, Mataji. Yes. The question is, the consciousness of the soul is that is changing through Bhagavatam. Well, the answer is yes, but a more appropriate word would be purifying rather than changing. But when it is purifying, we can use the word change. Like if a water is dirty and you filter it, what we say, the water is getting purified. But we can use the word change as well. The state is changing, but a more appropriate word is purifying. So the consciousness now is contaminated, impure, because we are prone to enjoyment, sense enjoyment. It purifies us, and we want Krishna to enjoy. So purifying is a more appropriate word. It is not changing as an object changes. It is getting clean. Okay? Thank you. Yeah. How then the Yashoda mind serves in the spiritual world? We hear four times serving Krishna. How do we understand when there is no time to fast? Well, Yashoda Maya serves Krishna, seeing him as a son. So it doesn't matter. Krishna is not in a baby form. Her Vatsalya is same whether he is in baby form or a grown-up form. So even today, Yashoda Maya serves as a mother to Krishna. So morning 6 o'clock, she wakes Krishna up, and immediately after waking up, Krishna rushes to the Goshala to milk the cows. And after he milks the cows, he goes for a little wrestling game, some exercise. He wrestles with his boys. And if it is summertime, he takes bath in Yamuna. If it is winter time, he takes bath in the house. And then Yashoda Maya helps to dress up Krishna. But Krishna at this age wears his own dhoti. In Gokul Vrindavan, when Krishna was small, Yashoda Maya will himself put dhoti. But now Krishna feels very shy. Maya, you don't put dhoti, I will take care. But other Shingar she does. And she has servants who help Krishna to do the decoration. And meanwhile, she cooks fantastic breakfast, and then she makes Krishna eat the breakfast. Actually, Radharani goes and does the cooking, and she is the one who is assisting. And then she serves the breakfast to, because Nanda Baba and Krishna Balram eat the breakfast together, so Radharani doesn't come out to serve. Yashoda Maya serves the breakfast, and then she packs his lunch, and she gives many articles to Krishna. She gives the cowherd boy stick, and she gives the bugle and the flute and a tiffin box and a rope and a golden box of pan. Krishna likes to eat chew pan, and then she does Krishna's arti, puts tilak, and Krishna goes to the forest. When he's in the forest, Yashoda Maya sends spies that you go and see where is Krishna playing. Is he protected? Is he safe? Is he with Balram or he has gone away from Balram? Is Balram holding the hand of Krishna or not? And has he eaten tiffin? And is the chapati cold? maybe I make hot chapati and send. Whole day she send on spice and servants every 1 minute. Go and see whether he's holding the hand of Balram. Just check out whether he has eaten. Just check out if the roti is sufficient. Just check out it is hot. Or take this hot chapati. Tell him not to eat cold chapati. Whole day this goes on. In fact, before leaving the gate, this starts. When Krishna leaves the gate, Yashoda says, Krishna, uh, did you take pan? And she put the pan in her mouth. Then when Krishna says, I go, he said, go. One step he takes, wait, did you take tiffin? Okay. And can I go? He said, yes, go. One step he takes, wait, your peacock feather is not straight. So she'll make the peacock feather straight. 10 times, 20 times she will make Krishna not go because she likes Krishna so much. And then Krishna is in the forest, she starts getting all the news and she makes uh, preparation for lunch, then preparation for dinner. And Krishna plays and she comes out, comes back. Before he comes out, Yashoda Maya is in the courtyard, very restless, walking left and right. Why has Krishna not come? It is so late. Nanda Baba, you go on the terrace and see whether you see Krishna coming with his calves and boys, and if you see a peacock feather, just shout from there. I will know he is nearby. And when Krishna comes, she embraces Krishna and she has tears in the eyes, and all the tears bathe Krishna, and all the Krishna's body is dusty. So she takes Krishna and fondles his body, gives him butter, bathes him. Then again he goes to the Goshala, milks the cows, he has dinner, and then Nanda Baba takes him to the assembly where all the guests and the brahmanas and the artists have come. So the artists perform for Krishna some dance, some sing, some poet, some joke, some comedy, like that. And Krishna enjoys. Then Krishna gives gifts to somebody, everybody. Krishna gives to the brahmanas. And then the messenger comes. The messenger comes and tells Yashoda, Nanda Baba, Yashoda Maya is calling Krishna for the bed. So Krishna has to go in between. And around 8 p.m. Krishna goes, he drinks hot milk, and 8:24 he sleeps. But nobody knows at night he got up 10:36 and goes to meet Radharani. So that is Yashoda's daily routine. So everything is uh, fixed. Of course, there are details and varieties, but everything happens on time. Okay. Uh, so Putna is a nurse, means sometimes she feeds her milk to Krishna. So even though Krishna is in a grown-up body, they are still serving him as a child. Even after 100 years, when Krishna was a grandfather in Kurukshetra, Yashoda Maiya's milk started pouring out when she saw Krishna. When Krishna is already a grandfather. So that's the Vatsalya Ras. That milk start coming out. Huh? Yes. Yes. Seeing him as a child. No, no. They see him as a child. See, okay, let us understand there are no dimensions of length, breadth, and height in the spiritual world. The soul has no dimensions. So when if we are talking about Bal Gopal and Sham Sundar as height, so there are no heights there. The soul is not having length, breadth, height. You cannot take a tape and measure Krishna. It's a spiritual subtle form. So they see Krishna as their child. So it is much, much more dynamic than what we can think of. And what we understand the material world, child and adult, based on height, that is not the case. It is based on the love of the devotee. If the devotee has love for Krishna as Ram, he will be visible as Ram. So it is love that takes precedence in all this. So there are no limitations, there are no measurements of heights and length and breadth and dimensions. It is a love by which they see Krishna in a particular way. So Radharani sees same Shyam Sundar as lover, and Yashoda sees the same Shyam Sundar as a boy. And there is a proof of this when Krishna entered the arena of Kamsa in Mathura. There were all big stadium. It was so many audiences were there. So Devki saw her son, Kamsa saw death, Vrishni saw uh, their uh, grandson from our family. The coward boy saw their friend, a hero, and the ladies of Mathura, they saw a very beautiful Cupid, and the various sinful kings, they saw punishment, and the wrestlers, they saw another wrestler, Pelwan, and the ordinary people saw a historical, powerful boy who has done so many adventures. So when Krishna entered in the arena of Kans, everybody saw him in a different way. So that is much more dynamic in the spiritual world. He behaves, acts for the purpose, for fulfillment of love of a devotee. Okay, we end here. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Hare Krishna.